On the seventh day of Vlogmas, what did Stacey J make for me? Well, hang around and you'll see. Mr. Christopher is here again. Mabel and Willow can be a pain, but it is Christmas time, let us play.
Good morning. It is not even 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's Saturday and there's a bit of sun behind me. Sorry. And in my ear hole I've got Bye Bye Miss American Pie. American Pie, there you go. Nice and quiet. It's really weird talking in the quiet. I was hoping the birds are still singing. Birds are singing really loud. It's really pretty. There's not even any cars. Well, they are. They're parked. Here we go. Here comes a car. Okay, crossing the road. There's a lady behind me, so I'm going to stop talking now.
That was so close.
He almost had my coffee. Get your little butt up there. Apparently there's 3 tunes. And there is one more. Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio, and today is Vlogmas Day 6. I thought I'd better pause that because Mr. Christopher had just started his big 4-wheel drivey ute thing, and now he's on a phone call in his car really loud. So I'll just pause this again, and before I start to hit you on what day 7 is for Vlogmas. I don't know, I think I said day 6. Well, day 7. Okay, so it is just coming up to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Mr. Christopher has already been at work. Yes, it's Saturday and he went to work today. Catching up. So what am I going to make for you guys today? What am I going to show you what I'm going to make today? Now, today I'm going to talk about drinking. I always think a glass of soda water tastes nicer in a stem glass. I didn't drink for many years. I mean, like many years after the legal age of drinking in Australia came about. I was probably the only person in the military who was not drinking alcohol until my very late 20s. I didn't need alcohol. Go figure. So I always said, just because I don't drink alcohol does not mean I get a plastic cup or just a glass, you know. I wanted to feel classy and drink in a stem glass or a fancy glass. Always have, always believe it. That's the rule. That is the rule. Don't give me a plastic cup. I haven't been a kid for years. Kid at heart, no. So what we're going to do today, and then there's the thing that happens is when you are out at a party or whatever, drinking, I'm just going to rescue my dog. It's just followed Chris up the driveway. He's getting the other cars now. So yes, when you're at a party drinking, or it's Christmas Day and you're drinking and everyone, all the adults, the grown-ups have a glass of bubbly, there is nothing worse than losing your glass. You put it down because you're off to do something and you lose your glass. Now, there are those little token jingles that hang around the stem. Yep, that's fine. But I've got another way to do it, because when you do put that glass down and there is condensation, you kind of still need a coaster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the coaster that sits on the bottom of a stemmed glass. Okay, and these can be all made different to show which glass is yours as well, with the little coaster on the bottom. And that is what I'm going to make today. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, not too much brain power in this. A little bit of brain power to try and figure out what he is doing right now. So he turned the car off because he didn't want to make a noise, only it stopped me from vlogging because I wondered what was wrong with the car. Anyway, so we're going to make these today. Now I've already pre-cut them out and I'm going to give you the details of what they are. So I made a wee circle. I used a outside of a container to get me this, and this in diameter is, let's go right to the widest part, 11 centimeters across, okay, in diameter. And I cut out four pieces per coaster. So we want 2 for the top because they're folded in half. We want 1 for the bottom, and we want 1 for the bottom of the inside, the bottom of the bottom. So I've got, and I'm keeping a little theme here, I've got 2 reds here. Here they are. I just have to move them apart. And this one is green Santa. So I have a lot of fabric that is Christmas orientated. So I picked out 6 of them that are just little fat quarters, yeah, something like that. And I cut them out. Now, first thing we need to do, then the other thing we need is we need a little bit of wadding, okay? And I've cut that out 5 millimeters smaller than all the other stuff. Okay, now see on the little pattern there. Now this the directions say a 10 centimeter or 4-inch diameter for the fabric, and 3 1/2 inch. Yep, 3 1/2 inch diameter for that. So I did 11 and I did 9. Okay, for my wadding. So the first thing we're going to do, and I'll tip you down so you can see what we're going to do. Here's the one I've already pre-made. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, I have no right or wrong of these fabrics. They are exactly the same. Hang on a sec, sorry, I'm just going to straighten you up because that's better. Right. So the right side of this goes to the bottom, the wadding goes on top, the other piece of fabric goes right side up. So we've got right side, wadding, right side, and then we're going to go over to the iron and we're going to fold these in half. Now these are circles, so there is no wrong or right way to make them. What you want to do is pick a picture that's going to come over the other side, so that's pretty boring. So I'll probably have that over the other side, which means that will go down because when it flips, so this will be right side facing. So I'm going to iron them first. I don't know which way I want Santa, maybe his head, jolly old Santa. I'm going to iron these flat and sharp, and I'll be back in a second. Righty ho then. Now what I have done is I've done all of them. I've pinned them all together, well, I've clipped them all together. I've made sure that I'm sandwiched, and I've made sure that none of my backs are folded back. Only reason I know to say that is because I did accidentally fold them back. So I've got the 5 of them on the go. I'm going to go and weave together, going to sew around 5 millimeter or 1/4 inch around the whole edge. Now I'm going to base it. What I did was I overlapped the fold, so I'm going to do my 1/4 inch on the top layer fabric. I'm not doing it from the bottom, because if I'm going to layer it over the top and the bottom of this is going to be a little bit shorter than the actual round itself. I've got plenty of room in this particular size because like I said, I made the bigger size because I could and because I did. And so I've got like lots of room. It's to the edge in there, so I've got that much room. So I'm going to take it from the top and we're going to go and sew them all. All right, come on, let's go.
You're good, not bad. But come Christmas morning, you'll be sad. Kids are excited down under at Christmas time. That's the good girls and boys. It's Christmas.
Our next step is to trim the outer edge. Okay, so we go around and trim that. Oh, I should look at that rather than just cut by looking at the camera. Oh, no, I can do it. I can do it. Okay, so we're going to go around and do that. I can't do it. I'm going to cut the. I know I'm going to cut the thread. Here we have it all trimmed down, and now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it in the correct way. Okay, so that little bit of overlap I think is quite funky monkey. Okay, it doesn't sit, I mean, I'll iron it, okay, because that's our next step. Once I've turned them all in the right way. Now I do one step different to the instructions that I've got. I actually go around and edge stitch, okay, all the way around, 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters? No, like 1/8 of an inch, which is like not much. 3 millimeters, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to turn them all in the right way, and then I'm going to go and press them, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to top stitch.
Here comes Santa riding his
Now with them all ironed, and I ironed under there and ironed to there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is do my 1/8 of an inch stitching around here, and I have got it on a bigger stitch. I've got a 3.2, 3.1 length, stitch length, good, proper nice top stitch length, and I'm just going to go around nice and slowly, and that just flattens everything. I like that. Tell me, do you like that?
It's Christmas down under, sunshine not thunder, camping and joyful, barbecues and a valley full, 'cause it's summer.
So, I have done all 6 of them. Here they are. All different ones. Even these two, they look very, very similar. One's red, one's green. Now, this is what I was taught a few years back when I was married, and my brother-in-law was here visiting from Australia, and we lost my glass. We didn't know where my glass was, and I said, which one's mine? When I found a couple of glasses, and he said, he taught me, always choose the fillest. So I choose the one with the most alcohol in it. Anyway, so there is 6, which is really, really awesome. If you were giving them as a gift, I mean, you could theme them, you could anything them. It's Christmas time, so I thought I'd theme them. On the back, if you wanted, you could sew a label. If you had your own label, you could sew your own label on. You could embroider little patches and make it all really funky. But there's 6 now. I had a thought when I was thinking. I quite often don't have thoughts when I'm not thinking. Is that maybe you can make a little felt container to hold them in. So this is obviously a bit too wide, but you'd want it about that. So I'm going to see what I can do to make one of these for my Christmas coasters to fit in. What do you think? I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to have a thru, and I'll get back to you all in a jiffy. Right, I'm learning this size along beside you. So I've got a rectangle here, which is 20 centimeters by 15 centimeters. I'm folding it in half. Now there is going to be a 5 millimeter seam allowance, and I want to cut out 3 by 2.5. So I've added in extra 5 mil for my seam allowance that I do. So I'm going to cut out, I've folded it in half. So I'm going to cut out through the 2 layers when I find my scissors. Okay, I'm going to cut out the 3 by 2.5. Make sure that's a little bit more even than it is. Now hopefully, if this is not the right measurements or anything, I won't actually put this recording on. And yeah, 3 in and 2.5 up. Okay, so that's what your piece should look like when you're finished. Okay, so I'm going to go and change my thread to green, and I'm going to sew 5 mils down that side, 5 millimeters, that is, down that side. Okay, let's go do that. Like I said, I'm going to sew up 5 millimeters from this side. I've changed my thread. I'll just trim that off. Ooh, just remembered that I was on my biggest stitch. I'll just drop it down for the other side and pop it in again. Okay, now why I took 3 from that side and only 2.5 from up is that that's now 2.5 and that is 2.5. So what we want to do in order to make our flat bottom, so many things I can say with that remark, like have my genetics. Okay, we're going to do 5 millimeters here as well. Now because this is felt, there is no need to actually overlock it. Just make sure it's nice and trimmed nicely. We're going to do the other side. Really simple. Because it's even, there is no issues. It should go from crease to crease. We've got lawnmowers going. The clouds are popped over and the wind's picked up a little bit. Apparently the temperature's dropped, but I'm inside. It has been cool in here all day, but I got both my doors open. Yay for me. And it was an absolutely fantastic walk this morning. And I think I got something enough to send you a video of that, of my walk. So then we tuck it in this way. The right way, that is, not this way, because yeah, tuck it in the right way so the seams are all on the inside. Okay, and so far it's made that little box. Now because it doesn't have square sides, I want to go around the bottom, and I am going to just do your 1/8 of an inch edge stitch. Okay, just don't fall off. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. Right, do it here. I think he's trying to get some work done before it rains. And here we go again. I just got it sitting inside the foot there. Sometimes you don't always have the ability to see these lines, so I use my foot a lot as my guide. Okay, don't forget, manipulate the fabric, don't let the fabric manipulate you. Okay, and nice one, because there's some narcissistic fabrics out there. There really is. Okay, and all the way up here. And I'm just going to go around the corner to make sure that that corner is tucked in. Such a cute wee thing, isn't it? Okay, so that's there. Now the other thing I did with one of them is I took my corners and I started halfway down, just because I've got the green on now and I don't want to swap it over. About halfway down, and just make a little corner with it to the base where we've already done our stitching. Next corner. Now I haven't told you what I'm wearing today, but I am wearing my fern bird. It was the first fern bird I believe I made. It's double lined, self-lined Japanese cotton because it was a little bit see-through and I didn't want to be seen through, so I made it double-lined. It is so nice and soft to wear. It's every time I wash it, it just gets softer and softer and softer. I actually made His Excellency a shirt out of the same fabric, and it will soften beautifully with each wash. His is only one layer. And we go down. There we go. So now I've got more of a square box, or a rectangle I should say. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to iron these flat because they're still sticking up, and I'm going to get some red bias and I'm going to go around the edge. I'll be back in a second. So I'm going to take it on the inside because I'm going to top stitch it on the outside. Okay, make it nice and neat. Yeah, it was only a 1.5 strip of fabric that I turned into bias. You can pick whatever you want. Okay, actually what would be really cute would be like a Christmas tokened themed bias, but it's not. So I'm just going on the crease here all the way around. I'm going to stop when I get closer to the start because I want to join it and attach it together. And that. So I reckon I haven't done so bad so far. It wasn't working that well for me yesterday when I was making them to see if I was going to make them for you guys. But I think there's been a little bit of a mind thought gone into it, thinking, that'd be how I do it. That'd be how I do it. Okay, so I'm just going to come up to the second leg, the second corner, or the corner close to where I've started and stopped. I'm going to stop here. Now, in order for me to get my measurements of what I want, there's the crease. It's not going to match. I know I won't be able to match it. So I'm just going to put a little pin in it here. And I'm going to get this other one. It's already folded down over to here. And I want it a pin right there in the center as well. And then what I want to do is, oops, I pinned right through. Then what I want to do is let go, let go, let go. That's it. Is I want to pin these two together. And then sew basically where that is joining straight down. So I've got to open up my bias so it all reaches and connects. That's why you want to give yourself a lot of space between starting and stopping so that you can maneuver and manipulate. Okay, I'm getting there. Sorry guys, I'm not doing much good manipulation here. Okay, I believe it was that one there. Down, take the pin out and go straight down. Okay, now I am going to cut this off, straighten it up. Look at that, it's the right one. That there, open that right up, open that seam up, open that seam up. Now if I was going to be ultra pedantic, I'd stick a pin in it. Right, so lay that back down. Let's do this again. Now I left my bobbin as the green because I wanted to ensure that if it is seen, it is green. Yeah, I just did that for funsies. Okay, pull that back down because I want that to be a little bit, that's it, straight up. And yeah. remove that, turn it in. Told you I wasn't going to match it up. Oh well. C'est la vie. Pin. Right, now I'm going to top stitch it down, but I'm going to turn it in the right way first, so it's going to sit down like that. That's going to be top stitch. I might thin a bit of fabric in places, like this bit here, just to make sure that it sits nice and flat. And of course, I think I might get rid of that little spiky bit too. It's a bit drunk, don't know who did that. Right, oops.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The fragrance of flowers in the air. It's great, the temperature is rising. The windows down while we're...
Right, so it's done. I've got a little container here. Okay, the little container's nice and squarish. I would probably have gone, maybe would have been better had I gone maybe, could I say that sentence without saying anything again? Maybe 25 centimeters by 15, because it's just that little bit tight there, but I think that's okay. So if you have that sitting on the dining room table or on the coffee table, and you have that there, that is an indication. If people don't see coasters, they think that you don't use coasters. But like I said, that's not just a coaster. It is a, this is my drink. This is my drink, and the coaster sits inside the layers, because it keeps the moisture off that there. And it can sit nicely at the end of the day back into the little coaster holder. There we go, 2 makes in one day. 2 makes in probably maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. So I haven't talked about what I'm wearing. I wanted to go over what I'm wearing with everything I wear, because I am got to cull some stuff because of my changing ways. So today I've got on my original fern bird. I think I spoke about this a little earlier. It is a size, I want to say a 20, but I could go a little smaller. I probably will wear this, but I know somebody that does like it. They might get it. I don't know. It's pre-worn, so I don't know. Do you send stuff you pre-worn out? Do you? So I got that. I got a pair of my old jeans I found in, I want to say the attic, because it sounds super cool saying the attic. A pair of size 12s that did not fit me. Now I need a belt for, because I've got no hips. They constantly fall down. Let's say that. That's the reason why. And yeah, so my fern bird is double lined. It's one of my first ones. I've made a few. It's just nice and dipped at the front, dipped at the back, sorry, up at the front. And this is only single, whereas other ones have to be doubled. I lied, my first one was a little one. Have to be doubled because it is reverse, you can see that. So, but this, because it's exactly the same side on both of them, you can not tell. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm thinking maybe give this one up, keep it, give it up, keep it. So back to what we are here for. We're here for my sew-alongs, and the sew-along today was 6 coasters and a coaster holder. See how I did that? Yeah, I reckon just 5 more centimeters, if that. Yeah, not even that, I don't think. Maybe 23 by 15. Because I think it's a good height. And that's this day 7. Let's go backwards, shall we? Day 6. On the 6th day of love, Stacy made for you a pair of sport shorts with my little googly eyes. I do like them with the grommets. I do, and I will be making another pair. And I reckon that they could be really good without the grommets, without the tie, made out of flannelette. What do you guys call it? You don't call it, you call it something else in England. I can't remember what you guys call it, but flannelette we call it here. And I made I've tied it in a knot, and I sort of I made the toothbrush and toothpaste holder. Okay, so your toothbrush goes in there and your toothpaste goes in the other one. I was going to say that didn't go down far. Toothpaste goes in the other one. Roll it up, and so it's all nice and kept lint free. While I was trying to think of a really polite way to go. Oh, lint free. Okay. And I did the grading for, so if you haven't graded or you don't know how to grade or you don't know what grading is, jump into my Vlogmas day 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, in my notes, in the description, in the comments, if I'm wrong. Or was it day 3? I made a little case that, for great soft little case to keep your lenses scratch free, which I had a bad habit of just throwing my glasses into my handbag, and there's a lot of things I stash in my handbag, and I do have a pair of glasses I really like, the Vogue ones, and they were 1, 2, 3 years ago, and I still use them because my eyes haven't changed. They're still blue, and but there's like little dots scratched on it, and I don't have them down here. But anyway, and Mum dobbed on me to Specsavers and told them that I just throw them in the bag. So I don't do that anymore. I don't like getting dobbed on. And I made a mask on day 2, an awesome eye mask. It's a Stylark one. And I made the lovely pouch on day 1 of Vlogmas, which I think is, every time I see it, I just get more. You know what? There you go. I know what it is now. It reminds me of the little money bags they had back in days of yore. In America, they do them. They have like little, not markets. They dress up in Gillian told clues, and you know, all I can visualize is the Gilmore Girls, and Luke's sister used to follow them around. She used to be, and I cannot remember what it was, and Luke had to go and help because the brother-in-law broke his arm and his leg and his leg and his arm. So write it down, will you, because I can't remember what they're called. We don't do that in this country, but yes, just the laced up. Yeah. Oh, and Karina from Norway, she did a fantastic make with a rendition pattern. She hacked a pattern on a challenge with Angela Wolf, and she put rivets, grommets all the way up her arm and laced it. I love lacing. When I graduated high school, I didn't go with the normal taffeta ball dresses. I got my mum to make a corsety kind of peasant, milkmaid, it's getting worse, top. So it's just like a little princess seam shoestring strap, yeah, that I wore. It was sky blue and it was on Brodie glaze, and that's all I wanted. I knew what I wanted to wear, and Mum made it happen. So it was a drop waist skirt, which is the only kind of skirt I can wear, really, to be honest. And yeah, so anyway, guys, that is day 7 done and dusted. I hope you liked it. I hope you're going to take the time to make some coasters. I think they'll be quite the cool gift for your wine drinking friends. Red, white, even, I don't know, I just think they're quite cute, and I think it just topped it off, making this little packet thing to go with it. So I was thinking of that, and yes, I think it worked out quite supremely well. So now I should go and make myself one using the kind of fabric you know I'd pick. I don't drink wine much, actually. I only drink wine when I am with my mother. Well, I drink bubbly, I don't drink wine. I keep getting given wine, but I don't drink it. It's just too fattening. Too many grapes. Got any grapes? Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like my content, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. I have had a little boost of subscriptions, and that is because Karina did her Snapchat talk on the third bird yesterday her time, day before maybe her time, talked about it, mentioned me on a more than one occasion, and she gave out my details. So thank you very much, Karina. Feeling the love now, and thank you everyone else that has joined, especially through Karina's push, motivation, boost. Yeah, I feel very much sat on a pedestal at the minute from what I heard. So thank you again, hun. That is really appreciated. I do have 3 Ko-fis. I have Ko-fis that I have not mentioned. I've had 3. I've had one from Elizabeth Bennett. I had to say it like that. I'm really sorry. From Libby. I've had one from, I want to say Mary. I should find these things out anyway, shouldn't I? And I actually cannot tell you who the third person was, but they are definitely overseas, I believe, and it starts with C. But anyway, thank you very much for that. That is appreciated very much. It makes me feel like I'm actually giving content out that you guys want to hear and want to watch and enjoy watching. So I do appreciate it very, very much. It is a long haul doing a Vlogmas the way I'm doing it, but I love it. I don't have anything to open, so that would be a very, very quick Vlogmas from me if I did that. So, yells. Hey, this is Editing Stacey. I want to cut this in before I say adios, amigos. I have a little something at the end of this before my thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. I've just been helping. Look at my boo-boo. Can you see my boo-boo? I don't think it's there. There we go. Turn it around. Just had chicken mesh wire going through my hand. I've got sand. I got a 4x2 in my eyeball. I swear that's how big it is. So I've been helping Mr. Christopher. So it should, unless I elongate it, I should have about 20-30 seconds of us putting up the mesh on the carport roof. Well, before the roof goes up. And yeah, so I said once I'd finished all my stuff, I said, hey, what can I do to help? After some faffing around, I think I've helped. I do like to get out there and help, but my hands are sore and they're just covered with galvanized chicken mesh. It just helps it get it done faster, doesn't it? Okay, so I'll leave you back to the original program. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all that have subscribed. Thank you all that have Ko-fi'd me up. And I want you guys to stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing. Hydrate. I think I'm a bit behind because I wanted to make these. Hydrate. Have no regrets. And save face this summer. Okay, keep the nasties away by putting your 15 plus on. Don't forget, snow reflects the sun. Just saying. Okay, take care everybody, and thank you very much again for watching. See you later.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry